Hello everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to My Player Career Mode. Today we bring you episode number 9, and as you can probably see from the thumbnail, there has been a transfer. If you've yet to see the previous episode, go and check it out because I'm about to spoil what had happened. So, if you did see it, you will remember we played in the playoffs with Bolton and we were sadly knocked out by Ipswich. And although I set myself the goal of trying to help this Bolton team back to the Premier League, I think it's safe to say we don't want to be playing League One football at the rating of 79, and that's what we would be doing if we were to stay here at Bolton. So we had options. We asked for a transfer, it was accepted, and 2 clubs came in with an offer. So we could either stay at Bolton, or we could go to one of the 2 teams that had made an offer. And both of these clubs had just recently been relegated down from the Premier League into the Championship. So for us, it would be a step up into the Championship, albeit not with Bolton. Or we could remain with Bolton and play League One football for the year, which I didn't really want to do. So I know I set the goal of trying to help them back to the Prem, but that goal isn't going to be fulfilled just yet. Maybe one day we'll come back in the future at some point. But out of the 2 clubs, we had Norwich and we had Aston Villa, both of which were interested in signing us. I looked at both clubs and there was not a lot separating them in terms of quality. The thing that made me want to go with Norwich is because the formation they play includes a central attacking midfielder. Villa play a 4-3-3 with centre mids, no cam. Norwich play like a 4-4-1-1, so it would mean we play just in behind Teemu Pukki. So looking at the 2 teams, I decided in the end to go with Norwich for that factor. I wanted to be playing games. I wanted to be playing in a more advanced position in that cam role, and I felt Norwich were the team to go with to help us grow that little bit further. But of course, we still have a job to do because now, not only are we not playing Premier League football just yet, Norwich have come down from the Premier League. We have to work our way back into the Prem. And who knows, maybe even next season, if we fail to do that, Bolton might be in the Championship. So, yeah, we've still got a big job on our hands here. Sheffield United came down, Norwich came down, and so too did Aston Villa. So all of the 3 Premier League clubs that were newly promoted last season came back down to the Championship, and they all will be looking to try and get themselves back into the promised land that is the Premier League. So, yeah, Norwich for us, their new number 10, £37.7 million of the transfer fee that they paid to bring us over to Carrow Road. And we are going to have to live up to that, and it's not going to be easy at all. But I wanted to get straight into games. We've got 6 games coming for you today. I was excited to start here at Norwich. I just wanted to see the action play out, and so we had our first game for them at home as well at Carrow Road, so we could kind of introduce ourselves to the home fans, if you will. And that is the formation, as I said, playing just in behind Teemu Pukki, who I fully expect to be one of the players to score a lot of goals in this Norwich team. So we started the action off already inside the first half, and actually as well, we started off the best way possible, using the run of Hernandez to get in behind Preston's defence and fire home our first Norwich City goal, much to the delight of the home fans. You can see them there just behind us celebrating. They were buzzing with this, and so was I. You know, to get your first goal in your first game, it's a lot of sort of pressure, I guess, off your shoulders a little bit, especially with the price tag that's come with my shoulders, 37.7 million. I'm pretty sure that's a record for a League One player. So, yeah, a lot of hype to live up to. So to score our first goal inside the first half of our first game was obviously a massive plus point. And we made it 2-0 in the second half. Sam Byram, the keeper, though, probably should have saved this. You'll see it, and I think he'll be very frustrated with himself, the fact that he hasn't kept this out. Byram's effort creeps across the line. Norwich were 2-0 up inside 50 minutes, and the first game of our new team was starting off the best way possible. But albeit, you know, having just come down from the Premier League, the fans will expect a big push to get back to the Prem. So games like this, we need to be winning, and that's exactly what we did. 2-0 the final score. So fantastic start, but we needed to continue this into the very next game, which came as we took on Portsmouth, one of the newly promoted sides from League One. Of course, played against them last year for Bolton. We know a little bit about Portsmouth, so came into this feeling pretty confident, but it was them who started off the game very, very well indeed. Curtis here, ball inside, and the shot came in. Tim Krul forced into a 5-minute save. From the resulting corner as well, they actually sent it into the box. It was cleared away, And all of a sudden, Pookie's headed down. There was a lot of space on the right-hand side for us. I don't know what happened to Portsmouth. It was if they, straight from the corners, didn't quite get their defensive partnership at the back right. And the space opened up. We drove into it and fired home our second goal in as many games here for Norwich. 8 minutes on the clock, 1-0 in front. You might notice as well, there was a touch on the shot in the first game that gave us the first goal. There was also a touch in this one as well from the goalkeeper. So both of our goals, the keepers got touches to them. They just couldn't quite keep them out. We put enough power behind the ball in order to find the back of the net. So 1-0 Norwich, looking for number 2. Again, a similar area to that we scored the first goal as we broke away again down this right-hand side. This time, though, I knew that I wasn't going to quite have the shot, so I laid it across, and there was Hernandez. Norwich 2, Portsmouth 0 at Carrow Road. Back-to-back home games to start the season off. And it was looking very, very good as well for us into game 2. I will say, the finish from Hernandez, you might see it in a second. He slices across the ball. And there was a little bit of me that maybe thought this could have gone a little bit differently had it have not been struck that way. You can see, if he's a little bit further out, maybe that goes wide of the target. But it nestled in the back of the net. And for the second game running, a 2-0 victory. So 4 goals, 0 conceded in our first 2 games here at Norwich. The dream start. Could we keep it up into the third post-com game? We're going to find that out in a minute when we take on Middlesbrough. But before that, Carabao Cup tie. Huddersfield at home, a 3-0 victory. Not that interested in the Cup, but obviously now we are actually at Norwich. There might be potential for us to kind of go a bit further than people maybe expected us to at Bolton. So I might play the later rounds if we can sort of get there, but I'll decide later on as we go into it. But anyway, Middlesbrough away at Riverside. Great chance inside 15 minutes for our third goal in as many games. Just couldn't quite keep the shot down. As I took the touch, the ball kind of bounced up onto the half volley, and that's the reason why it went over the target. But we battled on the pressure, and we did get the breakthrough 36 minutes in, laying it on the plate for Leitner to finish, and our first assist as well for Norwich. I have to say, it was brilliant. It was a brilliant finish by Leitner. As we played the ball back into him, he just calmly passes it into the bottom corner. There was no chance of this staying out. And that's one thing that I have been noticing since we've come here at Norwich is the quality of play. I don't mean any disrespect to, of course, Bolton, but some of the times the passes at Bolton were a little bit hit and miss. But since coming here at Norwich, we have played phenomenally, myself and as a team. So 3 wins from 3. Already starting off the season very well indeed. Can we keep it up? We're going to find out with our final 3 games all live, including a game against Villa coming up right now. A great start to life with Norwich in the Championship then. We've got West Bromwich Albion coming up next at Carrow Road. Following that, we then take on Villa away. And we'll get to see if joining Norwich over Villa was the right call. So I'm looking forward to that game after we take on West Brom. Right now as well for the Championship table, 3 games in. We've won all 3 of them, scored 5, haven't conceded a goal yet. Villa down in 5th place as well. They've got 2 wins and 1 draw from their opening 3 fixtures. So I'm looking forward to that game coming up. But yeah, this season, really good feeling. The way the season started, I feel comfortable at Norwich. As you can see, the performances we're putting in have been very good already. And I feel like this will be the year where Norwich will bounce straight back into the Premier League. We should have no problems the way we're playing at the minute. We've got a very strong team. I do feel like Villa will be up there at the end of the season as well. So, you know, this early game against them, when we take them on following this one against West Brom, won't really show us too much because there's still a long, long way to go in the season. And I fully expect us and Villa to be up there come the end of the year. But anyway, live from Carrow Road then, we take on West Bromwich Albion for the 4th game of the Championship season. Let's see if we can continue our hot form we've been showing already. Great turn by Habeba, finds the ball off as well. There is the tackle coming in. Here's Bonita! Norwich very nearly in front after 10 minutes. I tried to find the pass into Pookie's feet, got tackled. It bounced very kindly back to Bonita. And he is very close to opening up the scoring. Strong start here by Norwich. And that's what you'd come to expect of us, especially at home too. Kieran Gibbs for West Brom finds Edwards. Edwards down the left-hand side. Delivery towards the near post. Brilliant save. Tim Krul. Chance for West Brom. Goes begging. A minute and a half of normal time left here. Leitner in possession for Norwich. Finds Herrera. Is this going to be the first points of the season dropped? Leitner again. Ball towards my feet. We've got a minute left on the clock here as we turn away. Looking for a way through. We might just get it here. The shot, though, on the weaker right foot. Just didn't have anything behind it. And that is full time here from Carrow Road. Norwich 0, West Bromwich Albion 0. Also, my stamina's been completely fine in the first 3 games of the season. But here, maybe it was because it's a midweek game. It was very, very low at full time. And I wonder if there's a little bug involved in that. Because for the other 3 games, in the earlier part of today, I was having to manually swap the time limit back down from 7 minutes to 4 minutes when I was going into game. Because I forgot about doing it on the main menu section. But for this game, I swapped it on the main menu and my stamina decreased a lot more. So I'm wondering if there's a way you can trick the game into thinking you're playing longer and therefore your stamina won't deplete as quickly. I'll try it out for the next game. Villa up next for us then, and as you can see, I've put the minutes back to 8 and then I'm manually going to put them back down to 4 in this menu here. That's what I was doing for the earlier games, and my stamina seemed completely fine in those games, but for that last game there, it did go down a lot quicker than it has been. So I'm just wondering if maybe I was working a bit harder or if this bug does actually work, in which case we'll try to remember to keep doing this so we can see games out a bit more. So we'll see what the impact has on us here. But tough game this. Did we make the right call? We're about to find out. Leitner through towards Pookie. 20 minutes on the clock. Norwich in search of their first chance. Pookie's delivery doesn't quite find us. There's the ball back though. Shot came in. Save necessary from Tom Heaton. Not sure who had the effort from Norwich's side, but we will register the first shot of the game then on target. El Ghazi for Villa in towards the Norwich penalty area. So simple. Douglas Luiz. Saved by Krul. I don't know why he had so much time there. Literally one pass just carved open Norwich's back line. El Ghazi's corner in towards the box. Herrera underneath it. Wins it as well. We now can get it under control, but there's nobody forward, so we're forced to go back. Play a quick 1-2 to get us out of our defensive third as well. Now Herrera. Ball down the line for us to chase. 4 minutes left here until half-time. Looking for the opening goal of the game. In towards the box. What a block that is. Who just did that? I don't even know who it was from Villa, but that was a brilliant block. Second half underway. Tribal finds us at the beginning of the second half. We've worked our way through in towards the Villa penalty area. Off the woodwork. Is there no to be hit? It's got to go in. It's got to go in. Leitner has the follow-up effort, which is blocked in the box. By the arm, may I add, of one of the Villa players. It would have been a very harsh handball to give, as it was by his side, but it was blocked by his arm. And we've struck the woodwork at the beginning of this second half, as Heaton forces that corner out. As we're back in possession, though. Zimmerman on the ball for Norwich. Like I said, start of the second half, struck one against the woodwork. We did well to find the chance initially anyway. Now Tribal. Tribal turning away, finding the ball off towards Herrera, who sends it in towards us. Straight at Tom Heaton, though. Another massive chance for Norwich as the second half has started off strongly. 13 minutes remain of the game here. Villa in possession. Neither side able to find the breakthrough yet. We've come close in this second half, but close has not been enough as we've hit the post. Forced Heaton into a save. But again, are we heading towards another back... See, that's just a poor pass. Are we heading to another 0-0 draw in the game? I feel like I've jinxed it because the beginning games of the season, which we played as postcom, we were fantastic in those games as a team and myself, right? Come into the live game, say how, promising it's looking for promotion this season. As soon as I say that, we end up with a 0-0 draw against West Brom, and we've ended up here potentially getting another 0-0 draw. So maybe I have jinxed it. But anyway, the stamina thing I was talking about, seemingly not making a difference because, again, quite low in stamina. So what I thought might have been a bug is, in fact, not. Referee, that's a joke of a challenge. I'm now trying to get back up as well. It's taken me an age to get up. Here is Hernandez. Last chance you feel for Norwich this. Hernandez, great run. Shot comes in. Pookie's there. Oh, Heaton. You're having a laugh. Pookie with what should have been the opener. And Heaton, I don't know how he saved it. I just don't know how he saved it. There's a substitution. For the first time this season, I'm taken off in a game. And with a minute and a half to play, that's the delivery in from the corner. Heaton will punch it away. Back-to-back 0-0 draws, it's looking like. Which isn't a bad result when you consider the calibre of the teams. Obviously, Norwich, Villa, quite evenly matched. We're away at their place as well, so a draw would have been, not a bad result by any means. It's just for the actual gameplay and whatnot. It does leave a lot to be desired, but maybe that's it. Yeah, it is, because I was looking at the clock thinking maybe we could get one more chance, but nah, we're over the time anyway. Full time here at Villa Park, 0-0. Back-to-back draws. Yeah, probably jinxed it earlier on, didn't I, in saying that this was going to be a promising season. went ahead and simmed the game against Mansfield in the Carabao Cup, a 2-0 victory away from home. And now we take on Shrewsbury back at Carrow Road, looking to get another 3 points on the board. Right now as well, we're in 5th place. So to say we started off top, Sheffield United, one of the other newly relegated sides, or recently relegated, are topping the table with 5 wins from 5. So 3 wins, 2 draws for us, exactly the same as Villa. Yet to concede a goal though, which is fantastic. But all of a sudden, the goals have just dried up. So we're going to have to find some from somewhere. I should have scored in that last game, no doubt about it. We hit the post, and then of course I had that chance with Heaton coming out, and we didn't really get the shot anywhere near like I'd hoped. But then after that, Pookie, what an effort and what a save it was. So back to Shrewsbury. Can we pick up the 3 points, please? Cummings delivery. Oh, you've got to be joking. How is this happening? We've jumped from the games we played in the first 3 games to now looking like a team that's a totally different team. Shrewsbury ahead. First shot of the game as well. I don't even know what to say. I can't explain it. Exactly the same difficulty, so that can't play a part. This is ridiculous. As soon as I said those words about it being promising, a switch has been flicked. And now, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. Shrewsbury 1, Norwich 0 at Carrow Road. Well, first shot of the game, first goal. Welcome to Carrow Road, Shrewsbury. Now we have to try and find a way back into the game. But our passing has been appalling. Since we started off this season, in this live part of today, our passing has been abysmal. Ball towards Pookie. Pookie's found the equalising goal. Much more like it from Norwich. I think that's Pookie's first goal of the season as well. Where's he been in this opening 6 fixtures? But it's just, I don't know what it is. We're just nowhere near as good as we started off the season. Pookie, though, great finish. Difficult finish as well. Assist registered, but we have to improve on this game. We shouldn't be struggling against newly promoted Shrewsbury Town. No disrespect to them. Played against them for Bolton last year. They won the playoffs coming 6th. Finishing in 6th, I should say, and then winning it. Against, who was it in the end? Who beat us? Ipswich. Ipswich beat us in that semi-final, and they went on to lose 1-0 to Shrewsbury, so we should have no problems here, especially if you want to get back to the Premier League, and the fact that we were 1-0 down after 10 minutes, it was poor. But we're back on level terms, long way to go. We now have to go on and win the game. A 3rd draw in a row, and we haven't even looked like scoring outside of that first chance. Juanita needs to play the ball first time, delayed it, and he didn't play the ball first time, so we lost it, but we've won it straight back. Pookie in possession for Norwich. What's he doing now? As he stops it, Timo Pukki still got it. But what can we do with it is the question. Herrera, Pukki, in towards my feet, trying to take the touch. Referee, surely. Thank you. Free kick. 5 minutes left in a really good area. Please, can we just put this in the top corner? We don't deserve to win the game, but we need to try and get the win. Pukki's coming off. Who's taking the free kick? Please, just put it in the top corner. Up they step. It's Whittek! Get in! Yes! Norwich 2, Shrewsbury 1. Awful performance, but what a free kick. My goodness me, we've had to work for this. We shouldn't have to work this hard, we really shouldn't. On the displays we were showing earlier, thought we were going to walk it. What a free kick by Whittek. Over the wall, into the top corner. Oh, man. It's 2-1, 3 points, looking like they're heading our way here, but we've gone about this such a difficult way. A minute to play now of the rest of this game as we try and find Dermich. The ball bounces through, luckily still for us. Bonita back to Dermich. And there is the full-time whistle. Norwich 2, Shrewsbury 1, the final score. 3 points in the bag. Disappointing performance here, really, though. Still unbeaten, 4 wins and 2 draws from our opening 6 games. I mean, it's not the worst start in the world, but we should be better than that, you know. And we just have to take each game as it comes, really. There's still a long way to go. 40 games remain, of course. So I'm sure this won't be the first time we'll be frustrated. I'm sure it's not the first time we'll have to dig deep to get the 3 points. But Whittek, the winner, the hero, fantastic free kick. We'll see what that means for us and the table. For the moment then, that leaves us 3rd place, 14 points. Exactly the same as Villa. We're behind them on goal difference, though. 7 goals scored, 1 goal conceded. Sheffield United winning 6 of their 6 games. So it's looking like it's going to be us, Villa and Sheffield United all fighting for promotion back to the top flight of English football. But we'll see what order it goes in. I actually don't think we've done that bad in the live portion of today. Like I said, Villa, a point away is a good result. But just the chances that we had, we probably should have won the game. Disappointing with the 0-0 draw against West Brom, who are 12th or 11th, sorry. And then right there, that was just such a clutch free kick to get 3 points. Nevertheless, a massive thank you for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. Hopefully you guys agree with the decision I made to join Norwich. And looking forward to seeing how we get on this season in the Championship with them. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below to follow me on the channel. Until next time, have a great day, have a great evening, and I will see you all for the next episode tomorrow. Catch you all then. Adios!